Alright, shalom, Israel. Shalom, I'm sorry, man. Fucking goddamn shit. I hate when it cuts off like that. But anyways, part two. Part two. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, wait. So we were at the casino, but I just wanted to get this. Look, here we go. The idea that money, we're on the same article, India Country Today, MediaNetwork.com. The idea that money just flows freely to Indian people's hands is pure fantasy. Approximately 72 tribes give per capita payments from gaming revenue ranging from hundreds of dollars annually to many thousands. Very few distribute large sums. Foxwood stopped. Actually, a 2008 report finds that tribal leaders don't like to disperse cash, contending, quote, large per capita payments lead to citizens' dependence on tribal governments, undermine the worth ethic, and discourage young citizens from finishing their educations. So where does the profits go? So actually we got some other shit showing that the casinos actually hurt. And what money does get given, what very, very little money does get given actually hurts them because they even get taxed on that shit. And what they don't tell you is that they got Amalekites living on the reservation, so most of that money goes to them. You could ask this dude. In fact, you mind?
Hey, dude.
Look, Michael Cooney showed up.
What's going on, Israel? How you doing today?
Look, Michael Cooney wearing the Rasta Kitty.
Rasta Kitty, boom.
And you don't give a fuck.
He had an image. I need to get rid of it, guys. I need to go to the all cotton. You know what I mean? All one fabric, but yeah.
He's working on it, man. He's a proselyte.
Yeah,
but
get there.
but what you gonna do, man?
What you gonna do?
But look, this guy used to work for an Amalekite. Did you not work for an Amalekite on the reservation?
Ah, yes. Well, I don't think I can do any like specific naming or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, they had their own parcel of land on the reservation, and their land was better than everybody else's.
Yeah. And what nation were they?
They were Amalekite.
They were Amalekite. There you go.
Yeah,
you got it from
so.
them.
They weren't brown, man. They weren't dark, dude.
See.
They were light skinned folks.
Yep. See. So
One
you got.
was even ginger.
One of them was even ginger. And so you see, and also from me going through the videos and showing, evidence that even on South Park, even in your TV shows you love so much, they even show you the fact that you've got a bunch of fucking Edomites pretending to be native and acting like they were when they're like 160 fucking thousandth or some dumb shit. And then actually you could pull up some shit. I'll probably pull it up later. You could pull up some shit that you could actually pay money to become a native if you're an Edomite. But that's a different story. But anyway, so we saw the scope of Indian gaming is exaggerated. There are no resort-type casinos, but many tribal facilities are just trailers with bingo. You guys act like they have these like extravagant fucking Las Vegas casino style shit. Hell no, man. Most of that shit's a goddamn trailer. A single wide trailer. Mm-hmm. We know because we used to fucking go buy fucking SIGs and shit in the res and all that, man. We used to go kick it on the res. And fucking that's what they did. They sold the shit. Everything's out of trailers on the reservation. Every business on the reservation's out of a fucking trailer. There's very, very, very few casinos that are resort-type casinos, and those ones are owned by the Edomites. You know how I know? Because we have one down here in New Mexico. It was called Isleta Casino and Resort. You know what they did, though, and you know how you know it was owned by the Edomites? Because they changed that motherfucker's name to the Hard Rock Casino. And they tried rocking the Hard Rock down here for a while. Didn't work out because all the natives were pissed off. You know why? Because most of the people that go to the goddamn casinos to spend the money are natives. Spending whatever, even if they did get fucking money, they go right back and pump it in the fucking place. Because they have drugs and alcohol and fucking violence is rampant on the fucking reservations, man. And this shit's in these articles, man. You guys don't know shit. Speaking out your ass. Look at it. Oh, my fucking... Tracy Stevens testified before the Senate Committee of Indian Affairs that in 2009, tribal facilities generated gross gaming revenues of $26.5 billion, merely 21% of gaming nationwide. But Indian gaming also generated $6.2 billion in federal taxes, so they got taxed down to $20 million, and then $2.4 billion in state income and $100 million in local income. So by the time it got whittled down to about 15 billion, so they and there's probably a lot more than this, because you know how the Amalekites roll. So even if they did get this, they probably got that shit cut in half, if not. Like you win the lottery, they did the same thing to them. Sales taxes and direct revenue sharing through government agreements. Not only that, but then when they try to give it to people, they tax the fucking people too. So you don't get shit. What, $100? What, a fucking $100? Wow. People get welfare all the goddamn time. What do you think that is? Huh? The whole whole state, man. And I'm genuinely surprised that people seldom question how any tribe pulled millions out of its back pocket one day to start a casino. Exactly. How do you fucking think the casinos got started, goddammit? IGRA stipulates that no entity other than a tribe may possess an ownership interest, but there are layers of lenders. Oh, we're from the tribal lending, blah, blah, blah. What do we see on King of the Hill? The lenders are Amalekites, man. For example, the Mohegan Sun recently refinanced $1 billion in debt, and Foxwoods is working on refinance of $2.3 billion. So all these fucking casinos owe money. All of them owe money. They don't fucking get shit, man. They owe money, dude. This ain't fucking, man. It's, look, gaming, look. Gaming is an indigenous legacy. No, it's not. Actually, Amalekites invented fucking gaming and all that bullshit. We invented basketball and football. Real fucking games. Casino shit, that's Amalekites. But Indian gaming is a very political issue that is terribly misunderstood outside of Indian country. Oh yeah, that's because you fucking know no natives, man. You don't know nothing about that shit, man. And I dare say not well understood within it. So even the people within it don't even truly understand what's going on. If I've done my job, you have questions or criticism, or maybe this piece resonates with you, please take the time to educate yourself or someone else about Indian gaming. Together we can dispel the myth of Indian casino riches. Citizen of the Muskogee Creek Nation. Doctoral student at the University of Massachusetts, man. This is her doctorate's fucking thing. But man, she's basically a doctor, man. The casinos thing is a myth. If that ain't good enough for you, boys, how about this one? How about we could just get rid of that one. Fuck that one. Look, ABC News, huh? How about that one? You want to take it from a native? I'm gonna take it from the Edomites. Casinos not paying off for Indians. Oh my God, who would have ever fucking guessed? Fucking idiots. The plaque outside the Apache Gold Casino declares 40 million hotel. 7 years after the casino opened and 4 years after the debut of glistening new complex, many Apache families still crowd in spa apartments and mobile homes. The reservation's unemployment rate has climbed to 42% in 1991 to 58% in 1990. So you got the fucking, man, most reservations have like 50, 60, 70% unemployment, man. They're all fucking poor. And then it's fucked up because most of the natives don't even live on the res anymore. And they don't get fucking nothing. They don't even get welfare. So they don't even get shit. And they man, look, we get no help from the casino, no money, nothing, said Pauline Randall, 75, a lifelong resident of San Carlos. Man, see, nothing. They get nothing, dude. They get nothing. We know hundreds of natives, man. They get nothing. How come they're all poor then? How come they're all fucking kicking it with all the rest of the tribe? How come all you see at the restaurants and shit, fucking gangbanging on fucking kicking it and shit, listening to hip hop and doing rap battles and shit? I used to work at a restaurant that used to host rap battles. All you seen was blacks, Mexicans, and natives. The natives were the ones hosting the goddamn rap battle, motherfuckers. Oh man, you have something to say?
I was just gonna say, man. I mean, okay, if they're giving so much and everything, then why's the dope problem so bad?
Yeah, New Mexico's known for meth.
I'm gonna tell you guys about a little place called Farmington, New Mexico. Look it up.
Farmington,
Seriously,
New Mexico.
Look it up and see how bad the dope problem is there. And then tell me the natives got it good.
Exactly. Get the fuck out. Y'all don't know shit. Don't know shit. Look, 2/3 of the American Indian population belong to tribes locked in poverty that still don't have Las Vegas style casinos. They're locked in poverty, man. And among the 130 tribes with casinos, a few near major population centers have thrived. So the only ones that even thrive are the ones near the major cities and shit. Despite new gambling jobs, unemployment on reservations with established casinos held steady around 54% between 1991 and 1997, as many of the casino jobs were filled with non-Indians. Most of the people that work at the casino aren't even fucking native, dude. But all the people in the casino spending the goddamn money are. God, if I didn't get in trouble for it, I'd fucking go film inside the goddamn casino and show you motherfuckers, man.
Shit, wait for it, Israel. We
Shit,
just might.
yeah, hell yeah, we just might. Shit, hell yeah, fuck it. Right? Fuck it. According to the data the tribes reported at the Bureau of Indian Affairs, everybody thinks that the tribes are getting rich from gaming, and very few of them are. And you guarantee those are the coons, man. Man, you got Lil Wayne. You've got the whole fucking hip-hop community getting rich off that shit, man. What makes this any? This is the same thing. We're cooning the same way, man. What don't you motherfuckers get? Israel does the same shit. Oh, but you wouldn't know because you don't fucking go around talking to people. You don't do shit. You just sit in your little fucking room preparing for your zombie apocalypse or whatever the fuck. No faith, man.
I like your fishing pole, by the way, bro. I do.
Yeah, he just. Yeah, we gotta give it. You know. We gotta give it. Yeah. We'll give it to you. We'll give that to you, man. That fishing pole was some fucking MacGyver shit, man. That was some sly shit, some 007 shit, man. We'll give you that, man. That was some pretty slick shit. That was pretty slick. All right. Hold on.
Forrest Whitaker survival kit.
Forrest Whitaker survival kit. Get it on sale now. 1995.
45 easy payments.
All right. We're good on the casino. I think we're good on the casinos. All right. You know what? Actually, hold on. Oh, we have. Goddamn! I pulled up a third one. Shit. TheEconomist.com. That fucking A, man. I'll try to go through this one fast. Is there also because I don't know. Look how much information there is. Look, how cash from the casinos makes Native Americans what? Wait, does that say richer? Oh no, wait. That says poorer. Poorer. Just in case you don't know how to spell. You know, poorer of slots. Look at this. Poorer, man. They're getting poorer. Look at. Hold on. Yep, here we go. Experts offer several. Hold on, because look, it says the poverty of the tribes ranges from 25 to 29%. Some tribes did worse, among 21 to 38.7%. Some of them have 50%, 60%. Man, there's just unemployment is off the fucking hook in the off the chain in fucking reservations, man. And look at also experts offer several explanations. Drugs and alcohol abuse are rampant on reservations. Also domestic abuse. Most people don't know that shit. That's a big old thing. You know what? All the tribes talk shit about the North American. All the tribes of Israel. They abuse the women. Man, it's bad out here, bro. You guys don't fucking know, man. They're hated on more than fucking most. It's bad. So anyway, so many of tribal members find it hard to hold down a steady job. Poor health is another problem. Native Americans have the highest rate of obesity and diabetes. Wait, what? Aren't those curses of Israel? Which are often aggravated by a lack of good medical care. I wonder why they don't have good medical care. More than 14% of Native Americans are in poor or fair health, according to the Department of Health and Human Services, compared to with 10% of all the overall population. So they are in worse condition than the whole of America. And you know how many fucking motherfucking fat people there are. Of the overall population, some 27% of Native Americans are under 65 lack health insurance, compared with just 17% of Americans. So it's up by 10%. Man, Native Americans suffer more, just like the Negroes, man. It's the same fucking shit. Same fucking shit. A lot of people in these communities are suffering, says Greg Goodell, a Seattle-based attorney who wrote the study. But the biggest problem may be the way casino profits are sometimes dispersed. Per capita payments have grown as gaming revenues have risen. These payments can be destructive because the more generous they become, the more people fall into the trap of not working, says Ron Whitener, a law professor, tribal judge, and a member of the Squaxin Island tribe of Washington State. Of the 17 tribes in the study handed the casino profits directly to members, 10 saw their poverty rates rise. So there's only 17 tribes that even give money to their fucking people, and the ones that did saw fucking poverty rise. Of the 7 tribes that did not, only 2 saw such an increase, man. So this shit doesn't help. It doesn't help. Shit stays the same. It's been the same shitty situation this whole fucking time. The casinos don't help. In fact, they fucking hurt. They fucking hurt, man. What don't you guys get? Let's see. All right, we're good on that. And then okay, because y'all want to bitch about because I'm gonna cut down another myth real fast because they're like, oh, you know, natives got reparations. They got reparations. Blah blah blah. 3.4. Well, you know, it's pretty funny because I found on the Washington Post. Senate approves $4.5 billion payment to Native Americans and black farmers. Wait, what? Did I read that right? Black. Black. Yeah, farmers. Okay, I got it right. Washington Post staff writer, Saturday, November 20th, 2010. After months of hangups, the Senate unanimously Friday two multi-billion-dollar settlements that will rectify long-standing claims against the federal government for discrimination and mismanagement. Let's get a little bit more. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's just fucking stupid. The vote essentially brings closure to the House twice, blah, blah, blah. Look. Black farmers and Native Americans trust account holders have had a want and long time for justice, and now it will finally be served. Nobody mentions that actually the blacks got reparations along with the Native Americans. Huh. Weird. I wonder if that's the only place that has it. Let us delve further. Okay, we got the Huffington Post. Politics. Senate approves $4.6 billion discrimination settlement for black farmers, Indians. What? Associated Press. Washington, the Senate has approved almost $4.6 billion. See, almost it was 4.5 like the other article said. To settle long-standing claims brought by American Indians and black farmers against the government. Huh. Wow. They both got reparations. So does that mean they're both not Israelites? Or does that mean that they got a payment to shut their fucking mouths to keep them from uprising, from getting angry, just like they put this nasty motherfucker in office? Was that not a mindfuck? Oh, no, wait. You guys wouldn't know nothing about that shit, huh? Would you? Because you guys are mindfucked. You guys are slaves. Mind slaves. You don't have your own thoughts. I forgot. Sorry, Israel. Obama signs $4.6 billion settlement with black farmers and Native Americans. This is the Oval tracking Obama presidency, USA Today. That's 3 articles. Black farmers and Native Americans. President Obama signed $4.55 billion settlement today to, see, that's why they, once it gets 5, you round up, right? The end, but, our people don't like fucking math and shit, so none of you guys know how to add and shit. So it says, today that ends the decades-old claim by African-American farmers and Native Americans who said the federal government cheated them. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We saw the whole shit. So I don't want to hear anything more about... Oh, wait. I got one more thing on the reservation thing. We're going back to the American Holocaust real quick. Oxford. Let's see what Oxford has to say about the reservation. Let's see. Sorry, I should have wrote down what fucking page it was. But I didn't because I'm stupid. Hold on. Shit. It's in here somewhere. Hold on. But yeah, so basically to go back, I don't want to hear nothing about the damn reparations anymore. Oh, natives receive money from the government, blah, blah, blah. And actually, if you can look it up your damn self, the Sioux Nation actually denied reparations. They tried to give it to them, and they were like, no, you guys suck. Because it's bullshit, man. To accept that means that you accepted transaction. You went along with the transaction. They paid you off, man. That's a payoff. That is a pay. That's nothing more. Doesn't mean you're not Israelite. Doesn't mean fucking nothing that shit. It just, all it means is that they fucking cooned out, and they decided to go get a fucking payout, man. That's all that shit fucking means. God damn it. But anyways, I wanted to get this shit on the reservations, because it actually talks about how they're really fucked up. Damn it. Political, social organization, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, Israel. I'm trying to find this shit. Trying to be faster, but shit happens. Let's see, because it says that, oh man, fuck, hold on, watch that. I'm having trouble going through this damn book with one-handed book flippings. Let's see, there's a bunch of the curses, man. See, they're taking thousands of people and just like fucking kidnapping them, and they never see them again. They were raping women. They were killing gratuitously outright. Let's see. It's a good book, man. Like, check it out, man. It will bring a new point of view into your mind, man. It'll really get you to think. But you know, you guys don't like reading. You're not gang banging on the internet all day, so do whatever you want, I guess. Starting to like not care anymore because everybody's so goddamn stupid. Call me hard-hearted, whatever. I'm not hard-hearted or stiff-necked towards the Most High, and that's all that matters. And I hate what he hates, and he hates dumb shit. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Damn it. I hate when I can't fucking find this shit, man. I'm sorry, Israel. I won't take up too much more time. I can't find it here in a sec. I'll just move on. We can get it another time. I'll bring it back up. But yeah, but so pretty much in summary, you know, paraphrasing, basically said that reservations are a horrible place, man. That they just does nothing but concentrate them in a specific area so that they could manipulate them and do all kinds of fuck shit. Hold on. Damn it. I can't find it, Israel. Well, we're moving on. But anyways, it's a bunch of bullshit. You know what it is already. If you don't know, then I don't fucking know what to do for you. Oh yeah, so here's another argument that I've heard before. It says they try to say, oh, you know, some natives own slaves. You know, natives own slaves. Well, it's pretty funny. What the hell happened to my page? Oh, here we go. Dixie-centered subject: Black Slave Owners by Robert M. Grooms. The Barnes Review. Okay. Look, it basically, this article shows that black slaves owned other black slaves. Let's see. Let's get some facts going, because you know we want facts. Okay. According to the federal census reports, on June 4th, 1860, there were nearly 4.5 million Negroes in the United States, with fewer than 4 million of them living in the southern slaveholding states. Of the blacks residing in the South, 261,000 were not slaves. Of this number, 10,000 lived in New Orleans. The country's leading African-American historian, Duke University professor John Hope Franklin, records that in New Orleans, over 3,000 free Negroes owned slaves, or 20% of the free Negroes in that city. To return to the census figures quoted above, this 28% is certainly impressive when compared to less than 1.4% of all Americans whites and less than 4.8% of the southern whites. So, look, the majority of the slaveholders, white and black, owned only 1 to 5 slaves. More often than not, contrary to a century and a half of bullwhips on tortured backs, blah, 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 he's trying to say. In 1860, there were at least 6 Negroes in Louisiana who owned 65 or more slaves. The largest number, 152 slaves, were owned by the widow C. Richards and her son P.C. Richards, who owned a large sugarcane plantation. Another Negro slave magnate is in Louisiana with over 100 slaves was Antoine de Bousse, a sugar planter whose estate was valued at, in 1816 dollars, $246,000. In Charleston, South Carolina, in 1860, 125 free Negroes owned slaves, 6 of them owning 10 or more of the 1.5 million in taxable property. Free Negro, and all this stuff is documented. What? And all this stuff. Yep. The American Negro, Old World Background and New World Experience, Raymond Logan, Irving Cohen, New York, so that's a Jew, Houghton and Milton. Black Masters, a Free Family of Color in the Old South, Michael P. Johnson, James Ames, New York, blah, blah, blah. The Forgotten People, Canes, Rivers, Creoles, Colored, Gary Mills, Baton Rouge, Black Masters. Male inheritance expectation in the United States, so Black Masters, so like all this, you know. Slavery in Louisiana. You know, all this stuff. All this stuff will show you. We all owned each other, man. We've been fucking punking each other since the Northern Tribes split. We fucking hate on each other. We enslave each other. We kill each other. That is actually a curse of Israel. Says our eye would be evil towards our brother. Does anybody know of that? No, I guess not. Oh yeah, look, and then there's also this. The Buffalo Soldiers.
The black troopers epitomized America's new professional army.
Look at this.
Made up of battle-hardened veterans of the Civil War.
These are the Buffalo Soldiers. They used to kill Native Americans.
On July 1st, 1867, soldiers arrived here at Fort Davis, Texas. But they were not soldiers of the usual sort. They were black, and members of a new regiment, one of several whose men would soon become known as the Buffalo Soldiers. In 1866, the Army increased the number of cavalry regiments from 6 to 10, including 2 black.
So notice, and then it's funny because they had Bob Marley push the song Buffalo Soldier, getting everybody happy about singing it and blah, blah, blah. You happy to kill your brothers of the northern tribesmen? Come on now.
Fort Davis had been abandoned since 1861, and now companies C, F, H, and I of the 9th U.S. Cavalry under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Wesley Merritt returned. In addition to rebuilding the fort, the troopers escorted mail and stagecoaches, constructed roads, patrolled the Mexican border, and battled the Apache and Comanche.
They battled the Apache and Comanche.
The 9th fought mostly in the Southwest until 1881.
See, and they mostly fought in the Southwest. So this is where, the region where I'm at, man. The Southwest, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. They were killing our own people, man. We did this to each other. We just, and they were cooning, man, working for the damn Edomites army, man. How come nobody talks about that shit? They always want to bash on the northern tribes, but they don't fucking want to talk about that shit, right? All right, let's see if this whack ass motherfucker has anything more to say.
We have no army, no navy, no military. We had a TV channel. We don't have that.
Natives don't even have a TV channel.
We just got a football team or a basketball team. Well,
Native Americans don't have any of that shit, and in fact, they invented the shit, and they don't get nothing from it.
say we, one guy, and that ain't doing too good. All right. See, just show me how you guys fit all the. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Most High shall lead thee.
Yeah, they call them Redskins. They're not red. They're fucking black. They're brown. Different shades of brown. Not red. The fuck?
Show me some.
Oh, and in New Mexico, like Cooney brought out, they bash on, man. Everybody calls them drunks. Everybody calls them worthless. Everybody hates when they show up, man. Everybody calls them druggies and fucking. You don't know, man. You don't know.
Native American. In the country, I don't know. You name a different country, and not some Native American who moved there in 1972. We talking about some Native Americans who've been in a whole nother land for X amount of at least 200, 300, 400 years, and then they still being called whatever's a bad word for Native American.
Oh, let's see what a bad word for Native American is. Let's see. We're going to go to this website. It's the same one, actually, the Indian Country Today Media Network.com. And when we got that article from earlier. Let's see what this article's about. 6 shocking facts about slavery, Native Americans, and African Americans. Well, what else can we find? What do we find in here? Okay. The term Negro may have been meant for American Indians. What? No. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, get a close up. There you go. Yeah, I know you guys are going to have trouble accepting that one, but it's okay. During the session, Native Americans in 1619, Dr. Arika Coleman, an assistant professor at the University of Delaware, who is of Rappahannock and African American descent, like myself, discussed, except, I'm Apache and Aztec and shit, discussed how the term Negro might actually be referring to an American Indian. Oh, wow. According to her latest book, That the Blood Stay Pure, the term's origin can be traced to medieval Italy, where it was classification of a skin color, not race. Additionally, Europeans often referred to indigenous populations of their communities as Negroes. In the Portuguese colony of Brazil, Indians were called Negros de Terra, meaning Negroes of the land. Wow. Who would have known, right? Oh, maybe if you would, actually fucking read every now and again, instead of, preparing for a damn zombie apocalypse. Coleman pointed out during the conference that the early Virginia legislator identified Moors and Negroes separately. So this is, how the Moors get up on their shit. It's because the Moors are Moabites. There's also documentation which individuals were described as Negro African. Coleman suggests by the two words why the two words would be used to describe an African person, and suggested that the native meaning as a strong possibility. So back in the day, natives were known as Negro, and Negroes were known as Negro African. So there was two titles. We were both called Negro, but the southern tribes were labeled African because they were brought over from the continent of Africa. And let's see, here we go. There's that lady. Natives in West Virginia were part African. Cotton were valued members of society. Hold on, let's see. Native Americans contributed to literary history. Dr. Rebecca Hooker, assistant professor of English at Virginia Wesleyan College, who is of African American, English, and Creek descent, spoke about how the racial mix of authors entering America affected literary culture. In the midst of contributions of African and European literary voices, a native author came forward. He was of Tuscarora, named David Cusick, whose mission was to present the history of Six Nations people from their own perspective. So basically, like I said, and I showed before, the natives contribute greatly to society. Indians got poison, not peace, in 1623 negotiations. Alston also discovered a poisoning that took place at a meeting convened for the purpose of peace negotiations. The event is considered so historically egregious, it is now marked with a Virginia Department of Historic Resources highway marker near West Point. Wow. The marker reads as follows. In May 1623, Captain William Tucker led soldiers from Jamestown to meet with the Indian leader here in Pamunkey territory. The Indians were returning English prisoners taken in March 1622 during war leader up in Connaught, whatever the fuck, orchestrated attacks on encroaching English settlements along the James River. At the meeting, the English called for a toast to seal the agreement, gave the Indians poisoned wine, and then fired upon them, injuring as many as 150, including Open whatever the fuck, and the chief of the Kiskiak. The English had hoped to assassinate Open Cockin whatever, who was erroneously reported as having been slain. They succeeded in 1646. John Smith taking the king of Pamunkey prisoner. Look at that. Look at how much taller he is than him, man. Natives used to be huge, man, and then they fucking, because a lot of brothers brought that out, they did the shit different, man. Like when they got, because remember, the northern tribe slavery happened first. In fact, because he's like, oh, can you show me natives living in other lands and blah blah blah. Well, first off, I showed you the byword that we're called. We're all called Negroes, so shut the fuck up with that shit already. I don't want to hear that shit again either. I don't want to hear science. I don't want to hear reservations. I don't want to hear casinos. I don't want to hear bitching about Negro. I don't want to hear about none of that shit. Y'all motherfuckers are dumb. So here we go. We're on Oxford Bibliographies. Your best research starts here. Oh, wow. I think the Torah is where the best research starts, but whatever. OxfordBibliographies.com. Native American Slavery. Introduction. Native American slaves slavery had traditionally been treated by scholars as a secondary matter. Damn. So they don't even give a fuck about the native slavery. Everyone knows about the African slavery, but no one knows about the American slavery. Isn't that not fucked up? It is a matter that is of historical interest because of its relationship to other more common forms of exploitation, or because it was curious but minor variation on the more important enslavement of African peoples. So see, they're like, oh, it's just a minor variation of the African people's enslavement. When they don't tell you that the only reason why they went to Africa and brought slaves was because they had depopulated everyone down here in the Americas to 90% population reductions. So that's what they did. They killed off all the strong, mighty men. You see that picture of that man, how tall that man was? They killed off all the tall, mighty warriors, man. And they just left all the weak, sick people, and then they had them breed like that. So that's why some of the natives come out shorter. That's why some of them, it's different. They did a different breeding. And that's why the southern tribe come out bigger, because if they learned, because the natives were dying off too fast, because the slavery was so harsh on the plantations and in the silver mines, that they were just dying off. They were taking them to Europe, and they were dying off, man. There's a bunch of natives over there in Europe and Spain and all throughout the land, man. They're known as Negroes. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look, and it's fucking dumb, dude. Because, look, the enslavement, and like I said, they only brought them over. They only brought the southern, and which was prophecy. Prophecy had to be fulfilled because, remember, Israel and Judah had to serve Babylon together. So they had to bring the southern tribes over from Africa, but the reason why they did it to them was because they had depopulated the natives so much. They killed off so much of them that they had to go get more slaves. And then they learned from their mistakes. And they're like, you know what? We'll breed the best and the baddest. Because remember, back then, they needed to conquer the people first. So they didn't give a fuck. They just needed to get rid of them and enslave them and do all this shit. So they didn't care. But then after they realized they fucked up, so they're like, okay, we're better now. We have more control of the land. We have more people on our side. Now, what we could do is we could breed the slaves. Now we could breed them to be super slaves. And you could look that up in history. That's why you got fucking shacks and shit. You know? That's what they were doing, man. They fuck with the genetics, man. That's what they're all about, man. I'm like, it's all about fucking with the science and all that shit. And you guys love that shit so much, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay, let's keep going. Look, here we go. Let's see. Scholars of Latin America history have traditionally been most willing to acknowledge the practice of Native American slavery, particularly during the 16th and in both of the Caribbean and Brazil, 16th century, 1500s. Additionally, they were saying that they were Hebrews. In both Spanish and Portuguese America, the enslavement of indigenous peoples continued in subsequent centuries, although it was more likely to be found in frontier regions. So slavery, they were still bashing native babies' heads in. We've just read about the Lakota girl being sold off and fucking the Buffalo Bills Wild West show and shit, man. Like, that was fucking late. Man, slavery, the southern tribe slavery was already over and they were still bashing in natives' heads, man. Let's see, here we go. Additionally, in both Spanish and Portuguese America, we already got that. Other forms of labor exploitation, such as encomienda or repartimiento and mita, increasingly impacted Native Americans who toiled on haciendas and in obrajes and in silver mines of New Spain and especially Potosi. So basically, they had these things called haciendas, right? Where they would get a bunch of slaves and then they would just name them. You're all called Sanchez. You're all called Rodriguez. You're all called, fucking all this fucking bullshit, And they had them on the plantations. They served on plantations too, Same shit. Forced labor. Same shit. Let's see. The history and historiography of Native American slavery in North America, however, has been guided by different sources. Scholars have been long interested in the existence of Native American slaves, particularly in the Southeast, but they have recently started thinking about the importance of Native American slavery less in terms of labor and more in the light of trade, diplomacy, and subtle indigenous culture considerations. So they're trying to play it off, they're still trying to fucking not make that slavery seem so bad. Why? Ultimately, however, Native American slavery in North America became increasingly dominated by the demand for labor in plantation enterprises. By the 19th century, Native American peoples, mostly famous, so it was only the Cherokees really, embraced racial slavery and began to own African American slaves. But I already showed you an article that everybody owned slaves. It was just what was going down at that time.